Hey guys, so today I thought I'd do a would you rather tag video, and I've got my questions on my phone just so I can actually remember them all. And here goes. Question 1. Would you rather live in a world where you rule or live in a world with no problems? I'd probably have to say I would want to live in a world with no problems because at the state I am now, I don't think I would be able to live with being in control of everything because I would stuff so much stuff up, and yeah, it would probably be a very bad world, most likely. Okay, next question. Would you rather be 3 feet tall or 8 feet tall? I'd have to say I'd rather be 8 feet tall because even though that would be incredibly hard to actually get around and do anything. You wouldn't even be able to get in your car. You wouldn't even have a car because you're too massive. But if you were 3 feet tall, you wouldn't be able to reach anything at all. You'd have to carry a stepladder around with you all the time, or maybe not a stepladder, maybe an actual ladder. So, next question: would you rather be able to stop time or fly? That is a very hard question. I'd probably have to say stop time because if I could stop time, unless if I stopped time and I didn't age, that would be if. But if I stopped time and I'd age as well, I'd probably have to say fly. So I would still go with stop time at the moment because you'd be able to learn anything, and especially since I'm in year 12, I could cheat and stuff, which would be rather helpful. But yeah, it'd be pretty awesome. Okay, next question. Would you rather be forgotten or hatefully remembered? Seeing as though being forgotten is one of my like worst fears, and being hatefully remembered, at least I'd be remembered for something. And since you could check out my video of me with my fears just by clicking the link here, and yeah, talk about all my fears and everything. It's quite a few, I think. Next question. Would you rather be happy for 8 hours a day and be poor, or be sad for 8 hours a day and be rich? I'd have to say I'd want to be poor and happy for 8 hours a day because happiness is, I reckon, the thing that's more. If you're happy, you're gonna live a more fulfilled life, even if you don't have much money. But if you're rich and sad, then you are not going to live a very good life because you'll have your money, but you will feel terrible with it. Next question. Would you rather be invisible or able to read everyone's mind? I'd have to say I'd want to be able to read everyone's mind, even though that's kind of like invading people's privacy, but it would be very cool to be able to do that. Seeing as though there's quite a few times I've been wondering, like, after I've said something, like what they're thinking, if they're thinking I'm an asshole or anything. Probably you wouldn't want to find out, like, the answer, but it'd be pretty cool if I could. Next question. Would you rather end hunger or hatred? I would have to say end hunger because there's a lot more people suffering from, like, hunger and of those causes. So that's what I'd have to go with. Okay, next question. Would you rather find true love or $10 million? I would have to definitely say true love because... oh shit, my nose is so itchy. I'd have to say true love because... I know it's a bit corny, but it's probably one of the most it's one of the hardest things to find in the world. And you'd be lucky to find it, which... if I was able to find it, I would stick with that. Next question. Would you rather eat a tub of butter or a gallon of ice cream? I don't know. I literally can't choose between the two. I'd probably go with the ice cream, but being partially lactose intolerant, they would both make me sick. So I'd have a very terrible time eating either of them. Would you rather know it all or have it all? I'd have to say I'd want to know it all because knowledge is power, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Next question. Would you rather live without music or live without TV? I'd have to say I'd rather live without TV, because there's a couple times in my life I think that music has saved me in some way or another, so couldn't live without it, I guess. Next question, would you rather give up your computer or your pet? I would definitely have to say I'd give up my computer, because a pet is pretty much like a family member, and I wouldn't want to part way with a family member, so I would have to keep my pet. Next question. Would you rather own a ski lodge or a surf camp? I don't know which one I would rather own, because I cannot surf and I cannot ski, so owning either of them would kind of be a bit pointless. Next question. Would you rather be able to read everyone's mind all the time or always know their future? I would have to say reading people's mind all the time would be a bit like tedious, because you just hear heaps of thoughts from everyone. So I'd probably say know their future, even though that could be bad, because I could see when they're going to die, which probably would make me very sad. Next question. Would you rather forget who you were or forget who everyone else was? This one, I would rather forget who I am, because I'd be able to ask my friends to help me try and piece my life back together, seeing as though they remember who I was. Well, hopefully they would. But if they remembered who I was, then I could get some glimpse as to who I was before I forgot. Okay, that's all the questions I have today. So if you want to watch more of my videos, subscribe down below. And that's all I've got today. See ya.